The thing in fighting, the hard part about in the combat sports world is once you start to make that kind of money and you want to say, well, it never changed me. It's impossible not to change. It's impossible to go from, where you were to where you are today financially. Floyd and I have known each other for a long time. And, when I first met Floyd, he lived in an apartment that Top Rank used to put a lot of their fighters in. Yeah. He lived in this apartment down on, I want to say it was off Flamingo. And, he just started to make some money. Yeah. So, I went over his house. He was showing me all the sweaters that he bought and all the things, Floyd's always been that guy. Yeah. He likes to shop and he likes to buy clothes. And, it started the minute he made his...
UFC President Dana White held nothing back when he weighed in on Floyd Mayweather's flashy social media persona. In a recent interview, White accused Mayweather of projecting an extreme luxury image that doesn't match real life, pointing to bold talk about owning massive properties, along with reports of mounting unpaid debts, as signs that the math isn't...
Do you think Floyd is definitely done?
No, I don't know if he's done. I mean, he could probably come back and he'll have a boxing match. I don't take away from what Floyd's accomplished in boxing, but he's stepping way over.
And even though Dana White fully understands the monster payday Floyd Mayweather took home from the blockbuster clash with Conor McGregor, he still didn't soften his stance. White labeled Mayweather a reckless spender, arguing that anyone with basic sense shouldn't be sweating money after earning that kind of cash. In White's view, Floyd has zero discipline with spending. He doesn't just live large, he lives way past excess. Who could burn through a fortune like that and not deal with nonstop money issues? White asked.
Floyd Mayweather, which ironically is a boxing event, but it's the biggest combat sports fight ever.
What did that gross?
It did 4.4 or 4.5 million buys at $100 a buy.
White pushed the point further by comparing Mayweather to UFC fighters who never came close to his boxing fortune, yet still managed to live smart and build wealth through careful investing. He also went straight at the popular belief that Mayweather is a billionaire, insisting he has solid proof that tells a different story.
With somebody you know well, somebody you have worked with, obviously, Floyd Mayweather. I have been dying to hear your perspective, your thoughts, what you actually think about this YouTuber fighting maybe the greatest boxer of all time, Floyd Mayweather.
Listen, I understand these kids want to make some money and, they do what they got to do and say what they got to say to try to, get in there and make money.
I'm not going to act like I know every single detail of Floyd's finances, but I do know this: he's not a billionaire. And if that's the case, there's no excuse for living that recklessly, White said, stressing that a major piece of Mayweather's supposed net worth is tied up in loud, unnecessary jewelry. To back it up, White brought up an older interview where Mayweather claimed he makes $300 million a month, calling it pure make-believe. He says he makes $30 million every month. Only idiots believe that. His whole reputation is exaggeration, and that's why stores in every city are calling him out over unpaid bills, White added.
Apparently wants $20 million to fight next. Is he going to see $20 million?
That's my boy.
Yeah.
Hey, I never...
Echoing White's comments, one fan wrote, "Mayweather is the ultimate gambler. He shows every win and never shows the losses. He's never really respected money, and all these comebacks feel like payday hunting more than passion. Even 50 Cent has gone at Floyd's money choices before." Another fan agreed, saying that even if Floyd has some profitable businesses, they're likely getting swallowed by bad investments and careless spending. There's just no world where he's pulling in $300 million every month.
That was able to capitalize on his fame, his personality, and everything else.
A third fan didn't hold back at all, flat out roasting Floyd. The dude can't even read. As long as he can buy shiny toys and bet both sides just to brag about winning, he clearly doesn't understand his own finances. I'm not saying he's broke, but he probably can't even count to 300. Meanwhile, a more analytical supporter offered a calmer take.
He might technically qualify as a billionaire on paper, but a lot of that money isn't liquid. He reportedly put around $300 million into real estate, and property doesn't always turn into fast cash when you need it.
And, you know, when a guy like Floyd Mayweather starts putting it on you, it's not even going to be a fight. It's going to be ridiculous.
One moment that supercharged Dana White's criticism came when Mayweather posted proof of his tax payments online, claiming he paid $18 million to the U.S. government, and it immediately blew up in his face. Some people argued the check looked questionable and oddly missing a routing number, while others saw it as another ego flex taken too far. And that tax reveal came right after reports that he dropped more than $1.1 million on Super Bowl tickets. The former boxing champ even planned to roll up to Allegiant Stadium with an entire bus full of guests for the big game.
Fighting may be the greatest boxer of all time, Floyd Mayweather.
Listen, I understand these kids want to make some money, and, you know, they do what they got to do and say what they got to say to try to, you know, get in there and make money. This is going to be such a one-sided, ridiculous ass whooping. It's not even going to be funny.
Mayweather wasn't about to miss that spotlight. According to World Boxing News, he was offered a VIP pass to attend the Super Bowl solo, but that wasn't the vibe he wanted. He wanted the full entourage moment. So he spent big, locked down his own suites, and made it clear he wasn't asking for favors. "I don't kiss anybody's feet, and I don't beg for anything, especially not a Super Bowl suite," Mayweather said. "I'll accept invitations sometimes, but whoever pays makes the rules. That's why I buy my own seats, my own suites, and invite whoever I want. I'm blessed to bring 34 people to witness the first Super Bowl in Las Vegas." The total bill reportedly hit $1.1 million. And in an ironic twist, his hometown Detroit team barely missed making it, falling short by just one game.
Irish whiskey, and I think he has a beard now. He goes from wearing sandals to have mink slippers. He goes from living in very meager house to living in an ivory tower. And he hadn't fought. I'm looking at it we last fought in January 2020. What do you expect when he steps back into the ring?
He's at a place in his life and in his career that, you know,
Adding even more fuel to the spectacle, Mayweather bragged about the tax hit. "Right before I dropped that light million on the Super Bowl, I had to pay $18 million to the IRS. Uncle Sam, that's what I owed while retired. Imagine what it was when I was still fighting." Since retiring in 2015, he's reportedly made over $500 million in the ring and poured money into a high-end Las Vegas nightclub along with multiple property plays, moves meant to shut down rumors of financial decline. Still, outspoken rapper turned entrepreneur 50 Cent continues to
it's still the man.
Yes.
You know?
He's been for a long, long time.
And he jumps in there and he does it and he goes to work, and it's hard to stay at that level for a very long time. And Canelo's another guy. I mean, what's this guy clipping 40 mil a fight?
Easy.
Something like that. You know what I mean? Not including what he's making outside of the ring. So,
Some people brush off 50 Cent's comments as just more heat from their long-running beef, but Mayweather's recent moves have raised eyebrows. Forbes once pegged his net worth around $700 million, and his 2015 mega fight with Manny Pacquiao reportedly paid him over $200 million by itself. So is Floyd really tightening up financially? It sounds unlikely, but business realities can be deceptive. The crossover bout with Conor McGregor was a smart financial play, but when Mayweather announced a New Year's Eve exhibition in Japan against 20-year-old kickboxing star Tenshin Nasukawa, a lot of boxing fans were genuinely confused.
So many different houses. So as you guys can see, this is one of my closets. You know, we got bags, we got stuff everywhere. We got this ladder right here where you can take, you know, it's got stuff everywhere. So, you know, you wanna go red bottoms?
Former friend turned rival 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, didn't stay quiet. firing off blunt Instagram reactions as the story unfolded. Boxing fans flooded Twitter, guessing that these unexpected decisions might point to incoming financial pressure. Most assumed a comeback would happen eventually against Manny Pacquiao, the Filipino legend. Instead, a matchup with Tenshin Nasukawa under unclear rules stunned the boxing world. And to crank up the speculation, Mayweather showed up to the Tokyo press conference looking a bit unpolished, and notably without key members of his usual promotional crew, including Leonard Ellerbe, sparking non-stop arguments across boxing platforms online.
What you guys want to do? Whatever you want to do. All from the bottom all the way to the top. So, we got any kind of bag and everything you can name.
Now, some believe Floyd is steering this phase completely on his own. At the Tokyo press conference, the backdrop showed only the TMT logo, no Mayweather promotions branding, and no sign of longtime broadcaster Showtime. And unlike the usual Floyd, who loves talking numbers, Mayweather didn't mention his purse at all for the Nakasawa fight. Could that suggest he's going independent and urgently chasing liquidity? One Twitter user pointed out that anyone spending $18 million on a watch will always need fast cash flow. Others piled into the online debate with their own takes as the drama kept building.
Showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings.
Speculation keeps growing that Floyd Mayweather's finances may not be as solid as he presents. Lately, he's looked eager, almost desperate to lock in multiple fights. Even a $300 million payday can vanish fast when spending is out of control. Something about these recent decisions feels off. Is Mayweather simply squeezing every last drop from his brand while he can? Or are there deeper money pressures involving cash flow and the IRS? Time will tell, and you can bet 50 Cent will be waiting on Instagram with
It's all about making power moves.
Yeah, I found it fine. Yeah.
And I'm pointing like this because all of them. We're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on. You know what
A company called Door has also reportedly gone after Floyd Mayweather legally, filing a lawsuit over unpaid debts and breach of contract, while alleging fraudulent conduct and other financial misconduct. Court documents suggest Mayweather may have been involved in questionable dealings alongside his chief of staff. For decades, Floyd has been defined by two things: unmatched brilliance in the ring and jaw-dropping wealth. The Money Mayweather era became a symbol of non-stop luxury. Yachts, private jets, outrageous shopping sprees, and
IBF champion Billy Dip, WBA champion Celestino Calabero. You know, so we brought them over. I brought him over while Floyd was, still incarcerated. Yeah. Then he comes home. There's the Let's Get Floyd Back in Pocket campaign that goes on, where it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying a new Lamborghini and all these new things, and I'm sitting there going, yo.
All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments.
The tension spiked again when 50 Cent responded to Mayweather's huge real estate claims. After an extravagant shopping trip in New York, Mayweather went on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon and confidently said, "I'm not sure of the exact number, but I own around 100 buildings, maybe more. I'd say 99%
the money. Because you're already invested.
Right, like when you give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail, right? So it's like, let him cool his heels before you.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when, but see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardless. Right. You know, so I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants to?
That didn't sit well with 50 Cent, who quickly jumped on Instagram. "Oh my God, if it's safe to say, I should say it. Champ is the richest special student," he wrote, laughing. Then he followed up with another post aimed straight at the retired Champ. "Wait, I think Champ really believes he owns those buildings. They're taking everything from him. He says he doesn't even know what he owns. Somebody tell Champ he just admitted publicly he lives in New York. They'll take 58% of his income." To drive it home, 50 Cent posted an image of Mayweather dressed like Pinocchio, suggesting the wealth claims were fake.
Like a friendship that was going to last a lifetime. What the hell happened between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather?
Well, he changed his mind.
Now, what do you mean he changed his mind?
Like, as he was actually going in to jail, he asked me to help him with Mayweather Promotions.
Right.
Then as he actually got in and I took a look, I realized there is no Mayweather Promotions. There's no LLC, there's no seals.
There's no way he owns over 100 buildings and 99% in New York. That's cap, Champ. We should slap the hell out of you. LOL. GLG. Greenlight Gang. Let's work. 50 Cent captioned. Their beef has erupted publicly again and again over the years. At first, it looked like just another round of their rivalry, until sports journalist Rick Glazer chimed in, hinting there might be more to the criticism than people think. Meanwhile, Floyd keeps...
Right, our shoving match before?
Yeah.
Who won that?
I won every time.
Every time?
No. Every time. No, we had twice. We got into it.
Like a real altercation?
Yeah, like one was with the...
Did he put that shoulder back on you? Because I'm thinking...
Nah. It was more like out of reflex, so like...
In March 2025, Business Insider reported that public property records in New York City showed no transactions tied to Mayweather. The New York City Housing Partnership also said they had no knowledge of any such purchases. While nothing has been officially confirmed, that information poured gasoline on the theory that Mayweather could be dealing with financial complications. As more details surface, the picture may get clearer. For now, the question hangs in the air. Is Money Mayweather actually running low on money? Shifting gears, Amir Khan also criticized the boxing icon for stirring controversy and profiting off divisive public positions.
Knock Mayweather out. Nope. I didn't knock Floyd out. I should have knocked Floyd out. It's kind of hard to hit Champ. Even when he's standing right in front of you, stop moving and with the shoulder block and everything. So, yeah.
Mayweather has openly supported Israel for years, visiting multiple times, donating money and equipment, and meeting with Israeli leaders and military officials. He even received the Champion for Israel Award from Aish HaTorah for his work fighting anti-Semitism and hate. But that advocacy has also drawn backlash. In December, he was reportedly confronted by a crowd in London over his stance. Witnesses told the New York Post that someone questioned his support for Israel while he was shopping, and Mayweather confidently answered that he proudly stands with the Jewish community. Observers described the encounter as highly targeted.
The Floyd Mayweather Jr. situation, I don't know how much you spoke about this since you retired, but how close was that fight?
Really close. It was really close that we ended up getting contracts signed. So I ended up getting my side of the contract signed, which was sent by Floyd Mayweather Promotion. And when he come to me, I ended up signing it. And then the worst thing I made, well, the worst thing I did was to make an announcement that
The confrontation happened shortly after the 15-time world champion launched the Mayweather-Israel Initiative, a charity meant to help Israeli orphans. In an interview with Poker Firma, Amir Khan criticized Mayweather's ongoing need to publicly flaunt his wealth. Khan called the situation unfortunate, but admitted there was a sense of irony in how things seemed to come back around.
that fight regardless. I think in their head they didn't want to fight me. I was a bad style for Floyd Mayweather, especially after the Alexander fight. The whole world media, ESPN, you name it, everyone was talking about Amir Khan's next fight is going to be Floyd Mayweather. Floyd, obviously, with all the ego he had, he didn't want it. He just obviously wanted to show that he's the A side all the time. He's the nice guy to pick who he wants. Then he went in and fought Maidana twice, even though he did a poll.
The thing is, look at how arrogant he's been, Khan said. He's always flashing cash, acting like nobody can spend money like him. Meanwhile, people out there are struggling to survive. Throwing stacks in strip clubs doesn't make sense. Khan added that genuinely wealthy people usually invest intelligently instead of constantly putting their riches on display. Floyd keeps showing off, trying to make others feel small, but in the end, karma keeps catching up.
You see, now I know how Floyd must have felt. He was the A side then, and I know how it would felt if I was fighting someone and I'm the A side and someone did that. You find it disrespectful. So yeah, I was young then. I was a little bit, I got a little bit excited and said, you know what, I'm going to announce it. Must have been about 24, 25. But look, it is what it is. That fight never happened, but it was a fight that,
Khan also claimed Mayweather may have financially benefited from his pro-Israel stance. How would he know? The former British champion said he himself had been offered money to publicly support Israel, giving him insight into how profitable those endorsements can be. That's all for now. For the latest boxing news, highlights, major events, and exclusive updates, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn on notifications so you never miss our next top quality breakdown. Until next time.